Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ask ServiceMonster show, where you've got questions for your service business, and we've got your answers. Today's question comes from Gary. He sent me a message asking what I felt about goals and resolutions for the new year. Well, Gary, without goals, dreams stay dreams. And I kind of look at goals at the middle level, right? You've got dreams, which are the big epic, where you're headed in your life. Your goals are the baby steps over the next year or two or three in order to get you there. And then your systems, so dreams, goals, and systems. And your systems are going to be things that actually day to day move you incrementally towards those dreams. So before you get started, I like to kind of take bearing. Before you set any goals, you have to figure out what the playing field looks like. And I use a method called SWOT, S-W-O-T. And what we're going to do is take a look at your business and we're going to jot down S-W-O-T. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your opportunities? And what are your threats? So an example for a service business might be your strengths. You're technically the best cleaner in the county. That's a good strength. Your weakness. You know jack crap about social media. Your opportunity, given the cost and how effective it is to drive leads from social media, that's a big opportunity. And threats. What are your threats? Companies that use social media that draw leads that you're not getting. So you outline that and understand where you are. The next thing you want to do is benchmark, right? Pricing in your area. Like just take a gander of the playing field. Take a look around and see where you're at. It's nice to keep your head down, focused on your goals, on your business, on the things that you're doing, and not paying attention to any of the competition. But when you're going to create some goals, you want to put them in context. You also want to do things like marketplace evaluation. If you're not paying attention to the fact that carpet cleaning is evaporating and getting replaced with tile, you're going to be missing out if all you do is focus on carpet cleaning. You're certainly not going to hit your goal of 20% growth in additional carpet cleaning if you lost 50% of your carpet over the last year in your county to tile. So keeping yourself in line with the battlefield is really important if you expect to actually meet the goals you set. Now, goal setting. There's a bunch of information out there. You can go look up blogs and YouTube videos, and Robinson and Cardone and all these guys are really big about goals and achieving and manifestation of goals. I'm not a big fan of the whole manifest it in your mind and then it'll show up at your doorstep. I actually think it takes some work. But to achieve a goal, you have to stay motivated. So I think that's the whole point, because goals in and of themselves don't do anything, just like dreams. Dreams need goals in order to move forward, but goals, yeah, they need systems in order to make things work. An amazing system for tracking your goals is something called SMART. It's basically an acronym for making your goals specific, making your goal measurable, making your goal achievable, making your goal relevant, and making it timely. That's what you're really looking for when you're trying to set your goals. Write them down, seriously. Writing down your goals, putting them in a place where you can see them on a regular basis, it's a good idea if you actually want to track them. Too many people will just think of it in their head and then they go off and 3 months later go, oh yeah, wasn't I supposed to do some stuff about some goals? Like really focus on it, write it down, make it real. Make a plan. Like how are you going to achieve that goal? And I'll talk about systems here in a minute, but you have a goal, I want to achieve X, reverse engineer it. How are you going to get there with your resources? And I often will not rely on other people in this case. Like in order to meet this goal, I have to get a loan or get some money. That's not what you want to do. Make it manageable and something that you control. And obviously you're going to make a plan, but you're going to want to be adaptable. So there's a fine line between sticking to a goal and completely ignoring market signals, right? This is why you can't effectively apply timely to a software release, because I hear some of you, it's not applicable. It's not the same thing. We internally have goals, we just don't verbalize them because we stay adaptable. We will change our goals based off the feedback we get from our clients. Something new hits the market. Competitor does something that really changes the game. We stay adaptable and we keep those goals fluid. All right, just a couple small examples of some goals that are actually achievable, that fit within this SMART kind of framework. Obviously, an increase of profit. I want to actually pull more money out of the company next year. A good goal is reducing expenses. Yearly, I try to make my accounting team find 5% reduction in expenses. They don't always pull it off, but hey, if you get to 4.2, at least it's better than 0. Raising prices. All of you guys really kind of think about raising prices come to the new year. Actually do it. I know it's scary, but you'll lose a lot less customers than you think. How about a goal of putting some attention to a referral rewards program? Turn your customers into lead generators for you. Now, obviously, those are just some very specific examples. There are literally hundreds of goals for your business that you can target. I wouldn't keep the list very long. Try to focus on a few bigger ones and then reverse engineer them as you go. But the hard part is accountability, staying disciplined, staying consistent. That's what's going to drive the goal to success. The funny thing about a goal is it kind of means you're not good enough yet. And I don't like to look at things that way. Again, this iterative process of constant improvement, these iterations, these cycles of moving forward, that's really what you're focused on. That's why I like goals. If you didn't meet the 20% revenue growth, you hit 18, but you put all the systems in place in order to drive that to 18, is that a failure? Hell no. You're just gonna move the yardstick later anyway. All right, so you looked at your goal, you've done some reverse engineering, and now you wanna plot it against systems. Systems are gonna make the goal a reality. If your goal is more profit, your system's gonna be your sales, your pricing, and your expenses. If your goal is to reduce expenses, then your system's gonna be your accounting and your inventory, looking at ways that you can find other vendors that provide quality tools and equipment for maybe a slightly less expensive price. And going completely off the rails here, if your goal is to win a championship as you're coaching a basketball team, your system is the practice that they come to every single day. Now, an interesting point. Let's take the goal away, championship of this coach, and let's maintain a system. The same practice he would have done whether or not he was aiming for a championship or not. Do you think the team is actually going to improve? Do you think there's going to be value there? Absolutely. They're going to get better, and hell, they might even win the championship anyway. It's not the goal that was important. It's the systems that you put in place that you work on every single day that actually get you there. The other thing I like to look at here for accountability, business coaches. They can actually keep you accountable, checking on you on a regular basis, making sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. They're unemotional about your business. So if you have a problem employee, somebody that you really like, let's say, but he just doesn't do a good job for the company, you might be lagging a little bit on letting that guy go, knowing that it's going to affect your overall goals. Your business coach is going to tell you, dude, it's time. All right, guys, wrapping up. 3 points I want to make when setting and crushing your goals for 2018. Number 1, take some time and study the field. You can't set your goals in a vacuum. Number 2, be smart about your goals. Make sure they're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. And number 3, implement systems. Incremental improvements are far more important than where you land in the end, and you're just gonna move the goalpost anyway. Till next time, guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel, go check out the demo, and give us a call.